What's up everyone, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the 6 types of food that you get during Air Force basic training. But before we get into that, let's start off with some of the basics. My name is Michael Inman, and I'm an airman in the United States Air Force. I post a video every Monday, so if you're looking for Air Force content or just in general military content, definitely hit the subscribe button below. And remember to turn on the notification bell so you know when I upload a new video. But let's get into this week's video. So, the first one. As they are frequently called box nasties, I choose to call them cold boxes or sad boxes. Regardless, these boxes are the ones that you receive at the Air Force Reception Center when you originally make it to basic training. I know the 2020 process is a little different, but regardless, when you make it to the Finkston Reception Center and you're just kind of waiting to be provided your initial items and then to make it to your barracks for the first time, if you get into San Antonio, Texas quite late, you will receive a box nasty or a cold sad box. And in said box, and I say cold because they're literally taken from the freezer. Some of my OGs clearly remember me talking about these boxes in a previous video. But regardless, they're very cold because they were taken out of the freezer. The meat is tough. The mayonnaise is probably ice. And everything's just gives off an essence of stale food. You'll get them when you aren't able to make it to the dfac. So yes, you will also receive the cold sad boxes, which they include a sandwich, some mayonnaise, usually some chips, maybe an apple if you're lucky, unsure. And also a juice box, like you're in 2nd grade. So you usually will receive these also when your flight is not able to make it back to the dfac, the dining facility, or the cafeteria, whatever the common name is or whatever makes sense in your head. If your flight is not able to get back to that in time, your flight's going to be provided some cold, sad boxes, and you're just going to have to push through. Welcome to the military. The second type of food that you will be receiving in the Air Force basic training experience is what I would call dfac food or dining facility food. Again, it might be called cafeteria food, chow hall food. All of these things encompass the same thing. But it's your standard fare food that you're going to be receiving throughout your time in basic training. And that means whether it be for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, whenever it is your flight's scheduled slot, usually there'll be a 20-minute window for your flight. Let's say you're flight A1, because that's like the dorm room you live in as a flight. And then in another stairwell, it goes to like B1, that kind of thing. So let's say your flight lives in the A1 dormitory. Your flight will possibly have a dinner slot of 5:40 p.m. to 5:40 to like 6 p.m. The point is you would have 20 minutes for your entire flight to get through the dfac so that other flights can start filing in. And that's why you will always feel pressure on you to eat within the allotted time, because your MTI is managing that process and making sure that you guys make it to dinner or lunch or breakfast on time and you don't hold up other flights behind you. You are going to line up on yellow dots outside of the dining facility. Then your chow runners are going to call you in to the dining facility after having a very enjoyable experience inside the dining facility, speaking to a couple MTIs. And then you guys or girls will all file into the dining facility, and then you will get a couple of items. There will always be a choice of meat. Salads are always available as well. Then there will be 2 sides. Usually one of those will be, let's say, a vegetable, and then also, let's say, rice. Additionally, there will be another sort of grain usually available. So let's say a biscuit or a piece of toast. And then finally, you will also have a choice of like an apple or an orange, some sort of fruit, or like mixed fruit. I feel as though the dfac food was actually surprisingly good. It's not amazing, and I wouldn't say if you are still a civilian, it's good in that context. But in regards to what I expected from the military dining facilities, I was pleasantly surprised. A common question is, will you have coffee available to you guys? The answer is yes, but I am not sure if it was caffeinated, like decaf, or just zero caffeine. Like, I don't know, and it might have, I felt like it helped wake me up in the mornings, but it could have been the placebo effect where you just think it's working, and really the caffeine has all, I mean, the coffee has all caffeine removed, and they just don't tell you that part. But regardless, when you're in the dfac or the dining facility, at the end of the line, you do get to choose from coffee, orange juice, or milk. 2 cups of water are always mandatory, so it's kind of in addition to your 2 cups of water, you can choose one of those 2 beverages. So who knows if there's real caffeine available? Unsure. Also, tea is available for all my fancy folk. You can get tea too. The third type is pretty much from the vending machines. And you get to access the vending machines during what in Air Force basic training is called patio breaks. Now, patio breaks are a form of reward to you and your flight if you guys are getting it together and you're doing well. So if you guys don't know how to march, if you guys run late to everywhere, if you just do what you want and don't walk anywhere with any kind of wingman because y'all don't care to stick with your wingman, if you just break all of the simple rules, let's throw out the concept of a patio break because you probably will not see it. But if you do, if you're actually adhering to the standards of Air Force basic training and you're killing it and you're like, I'm gonna play this game and I'm gonna win, then your flight will be rewarded a patio break. And it's just a place usually beside, underneath, somewhere around your larger dormitory building. And it's a place where there's vending machines, tables to chill and relax at. And it's just nice to hang out outside of the dormitory and also get to buy snacks that you usually have no access to. So during a patio break, you will find Oreos, I don't know, Cracker Jacks, hot Fritos, whatever you want, and whatever available in the vending machines. So the vending machine experience is just really nice, and it's kind of a mood pick-me-up. But yeah, hopefully you get to see that experience during basic. Work with your peers to make it happen. I believe in you. The fourth type of meal that is available during your time in basic training is the commissary food. Now, the commissary food, after you have been working very hard in basic training for a couple weeks, is like a dream come true. I am a fan of the dfac food. I've already stated that. But the commissary food is like, oh my God, I'm back in the real world. What is this? I don't want to ruin the surprise of what specific restaurants are in the commissary at Lackland Air Force Base, the one that you would have access to when you get these opportunities to go. But I'll say there is a Popeyes and a Starbucks. So, at least when I went, and I'm sure the Starbucks is gonna stay. The Popeyes, we'll see if they're still there when you go. But regardless, it is food from restaurants that you know and you're familiar with prior to joining the Air Force. And so you will get to go to the commissary when your flight, once again, is performing really well, and it's time for you guys to have a base leave. And that means maybe for 2 hours, you get to leave your dormitory and explore the base. I mean, really, you just walk to the commissary, buy a few knickknacks, and then spend all the rest of your money at Starbucks or Popeyes. But it feels like freedom, and that's the point. So, the commissary is the fourth type of food that you will get during your BMT experience, and it's usually the most cherished, because why would you not, after 4 or 5 weeks in a dormitory eating dfac food, that's pretty good, why would you not spend an hour and a half, like, pigging out on like a large cheese pizza? I mean, that's amazing. That is a great time when it happens. So, that is the fourth type of food. The fifth, they're called MREs, and the acronym is Meals Ready to Eat. So M-R, apostrophe, like a little T in parentheses, E, Meals Ready to Eat, MREs. MREs come in a variety of themed packages, but it's pretty much a brown, militant, very, very dystopian. Okay, not dystopian, but it's very basic looking. It's a brown package that has everything freeze dried, it feels like, and like stuffed into this. It's not small, but it's very full. Anywho, you open the package and there's a couple things. One, there'll be the main entree, which is what the package was named. So hypothetically, some people love getting the mac and cheese and turkey MRE. That will be the theme of this MRE. But inside it, there will be the mac and cheese, for example. There'll be some turkey on the side that I think you're supposed to pour into the mac and cheese. I'm just saying, you go with it. There might be a cheese stick. There might be some dried apples or craisins. Craisins are hard to find. It's literally a lottery. The MREs are a lottery game. You don't know what you're gonna get. Some MREs have Skittles as your snack. Others will have like a little pack of 4 Oreos. You never know what you're gonna get. Some MREs are detested. I don't remember what they are. You're gonna have to just go in blind and figure it out for yourself. But the point is everyone has different opinions on which MREs are their favorites, but each MRE is slightly different. So, pretty much, MREs will be exposed to you. It'll be provided to you during the Beast experience. I'm pretty sure that was the only time I got to experience the MRE, but it was a full week of MREs. So when you do get MREs, you're going to get quite a few of them. And you will start to define out of the 20 or 30 or more different flavors or themed MREs, which are your favorites. And of course, I don't know if this is an of course, but it's probably predictable that trading things is kind of common. Sometimes in your MRE, you'll have Skittles, but you're more of an Oreo or an applesauce kind of guy or girl. And then someone else in your flight, or maybe someone in your sister flight, will be like, does anyone want these Oreos? And you'll be like, yeah, I got Skittles. You want to switch? And they'll be like, bet. That's just how it works. It's fine. Push through. And there's a fun part. The fun part of MREs is that you get this weird, like chemistry 101 / science voodoo thing in MREs, where it's this package of some chemical, no idea what it is. And when you pour water into it, which I think the water comes with it, I think, not sure, I hope. And when you pour water into the package, the powder starts to heat up and it gets very hot. And so this package acts like a microwave for all of the foods that you wish you would warm up, or the weird package thing of coffee. Yeah, it has to fit in this weird package called an MRE. So it's literally this thin, think of it like, I don't know how to describe it. It's like a rectangle, but you can tell there's some liquid inside. And so you literally just slide the package of coffee in between this almost like sandwich looking thing with one side that's open. You slide it into the sandwich thing and it just heats your coffee. And so I'm pretty sure all MREs do come with this scary microwave contraption. No electricity, just water and scary powder. And so I think I used it once because I was just like, this is complicated. I'm spilling water on myself. It's getting too hot. It's burning my hands. And I really am hungry enough to just eat the food at room temperature. Stop it. So I didn't do it more than once or twice. But other people take the time, if they have time, to heat up their coffee, heat up their main entree so they don't have to eat cold or room temperature turkey. It becomes heated turkey or heated ravioli, whatever your MRE is. And yeah, it's just, you do what you want, but some MREs will be trash and others will be surprisingly delightful. The final food that you will be experiencing during Air Force basic training are the protein bars. They are pretty darn good. All the ones that we had during my time were chocolate. I'm pretty sure they probably have contracted with that company for a while, so yours are probably the chocolate protein bars as well. They're excellent. And yeah, in conclusion, those are the 6 types of food that will make up your Air Force experience. I do hope at least one of those 6 sounded delightful, or at least, palatable, because you don't have a choice. And technically, I just gave you 6 choices. So if all of those sound like trash, buckle up.